We'll be taking a flat two-dimensional picture and turning it into a 3D particle emitter. We'll be adding a fusion composition to the timeline underneath Edit. Now that you added the Fusion composition, we could go over to Fusion on the bottom footer and actually add nodes. Now, nodes are simply sequential steps that you take to get a final product. To begin, I'm simply going to drag the Puma logo over to my staging area and connect the two nodes. That's media in to media out. All that means is that the composition is going to show the picture itself. So you're just saying, take whatever I put in and give me the output, which would simply be the image. Now I'm going to right click and add a new node, which is transform. So what this will allow me to do within the Fusion section is simply transform the image. That could be moving it up, down, left, right, or even resizing the image. Now we'll add another node known as the particle image emitter. What this will do is take our image and actually turn it into a bunch of small individual dots or particles. I'm also right-clicking and adding a render or a particle render. What this will do is take each particle that exists and render it for each frame. When I connect all my nodes, you'll start to see an image of the Puma logo. However, it's not that clear because we're using small dots, but we could click on something called sets and actually change it to blobs, which is just a little bit larger, and I could actually change the size so we'll be able to see it a little bit better. When we change this to particles as well, we want to think about this in 3 dimensions. That means we're not only just working with the x-axis or the y, we're also working with the z. In this scenario, the z-axis is either going towards the viewer or away from the viewer. Under the particle emitter options, we have the ability to change the velocity of all the particles, that's the speed and direction. We could change the variation in the way the particles move so they don't all move in sync with each other. And we could change how it looks to the viewer. If we change angle Z to 90 or negative 90, it'll have the illusion of moving in towards the viewer or away from the viewer. Once finished, click on Deliver, and you could create an H.264 codec master. You'll have to add it to the render queue before you actually create the video, and then simply click Start Render.